Hi everyone, I'm Christine.
Hi, I'm Kate.
Hi, I'm Sean.
Hi, I'm Cheryl.
Hi, my name's Sophia.
I'm Maddie, and we're the Applied Research Management Systems team. Our team's research question was, what is the most effective way for sustainability-related data to be accessible and shared among UCLA students and staff? In answering this question, the ultimate aim of our project was to create a centralized database for student-led sustainability research at UCLA. We had 4 primary goals. The first was research. The purpose of this goal was to analyze other institutions with databases of student research. Looking at the individual approaches of these institutions to communicating and organizing information would help us to generate ideas for the methods in which UCLA's own student sustainability research might be centralized. The second goal was reports. We wanted to begin this centralization process by collecting as many final reports from student groups and staff as possible. We would then organize these reports by title and with a system of tags. Our third goal was surveys. By creating and circulating 2 surveys, we hope to check for any resource inadequacies that may create the disconnect between students interested in participating in sustainability and those who ultimately do, as well as to understand the specific needs in a research management system based on prior researchers' experiences. Our final goal was a mock website. We decided to use our research to generate ideas for what a future website hosting this database might look like.
While having so many climate-related research projects done on campus is incredible, the siloed nature of these makes it so that oftentimes projects become repeated, while students who are interested in being involved in such research don't know the best way to get started. Additionally, while facilities management and our SAR project's key stakeholder, Chief Sustainability Officer Narit Katz, should be in the loop on all student sustainability projects, sometimes this doesn't happen. With a singular online place to put all of this data, a lot of these problems can be alleviated and we can create a much more collaborative researching environment. As our 22 weeks of research come to an end, our project and our team have learned a great deal. First, we found a simultaneous protectiveness and excitement around creating a centralized location for sustainability research. As you see in this graphic on this slide provided to us by Allison Bell, if you want to participate in climate research, there are so many different websites and timelines and application processes to go through. The protectiveness comes when these different groups want their data to remain on their own website rather than centralizing it. Navigating the dichotomy between this and the excitement to put all past projects together was one that was very, very interesting. Furthermore, we were excited to see how many environmentally motivated students there were, as indicated by our survey. Now, we conducted a focus group with the members of the Sustainability Leadership Council, and when we presented to them our database as well as the submission form that students would use to get their information onto the database, many of the members were so excited that they wanted to incorporate it into their club's websites and applications. Finally, we were blown away by the many ways to participate in sustainability research. Beyond this graphic, we found data and uploaded things into our database from things that were independently emailed to us, independently emailed to facilities management, and from numerous student-led organizations.
Our project has gone through a lot of evolution since the beginning of winter quarter. At first, we were confused about what the project actually was. Some initial ideas included a calendar of events for student orgs or a site summarizing the data of various research on campus. To further complicate things, another student group had put out an advertisement for a project that we thought would be identical to our own. After meeting with our stakeholders, though, we settled on creating a resource filled with the final reports or papers of any student-led sustainability research. Our team was very fortunate to not be affected much by the transition to online learning. However, near the middle of this quarter, we realized that we would have to modify our project once again. We learned that the previously mentioned guide for getting involved was already being created by the Office of Sustainability, so there wasn't a need for us to create our own. We also unfortunately did not have enough time to create the website wireframe that we wanted to make. Instead, we decided to finish our project by giving our stakeholders the Google Drive filled with reports we gathered that they originally wanted, as well as examples of what we would like our eventual database to look like for a future project. The main thing we've accomplished these past 2 quarters can be seen here. We contacted various groups on campus to ask if we could include their work into our database. Then we began collecting, tagging, and compiling the reports from the groups that agreed into our Google Drive folder for easy access. We also sent out 2 surveys to people on the Sustainability Leadership Council's email list and promoted it in our social media. Our goal was to get a better understanding of students' experiences in research and their opinions on what a future database should be like. Finally, we looked at examples of existing databases in other universities and picked out what to include in a future UCLA database. Ultimately, we chose to make our Google Drive folder a little more user-friendly as a temporary solution while providing our best recommendations for what a dedicated website would eventually look like.
So our team spent quite a bit of time trying to figure out how to get a database up and running that was effective now, but could also be built upon in the future as the database becomes more robust and more complex with more reports. So what we landed on were some simple Google Forms that ended up making a really effective database. So what you see on your screen now is the landing page. As a student who has a report to submit, this is where you would go to get it included in the database. So aside from collecting basic information like authors and stakeholders, the database's most important features are the geographic tagging and the keyword tagging. So every time you upload a report, you have the option of tagging up to 3 location tags. So general campus tag, North Campus, South Campus, etc. A primary location, so a building or a plaza, and then you have the option of being even more specific, say your report concerns a specific room. You have the option of putting that in there. And then also with every report that gets uploaded, you can tag up to 3 keywords. So what you see on the right is the list of keywords that you can choose from. It includes everything from degrowth to plastics to environmental justice. It's pretty much anything you could think of. And you can include 3. So it really allows you to tag specifically and to make sure that you get the important bits into the tags. After you've done that, you can upload a PDF of your report, and all that information gets put into this root spreadsheet here. So what you're seeing right now are the 100 or so reports that we've already uploaded and tagged. And the links to them. So this is live right now, and there'll be a link in the chat that links you to a viewable version of this. So if you're interested in playing around with it, you can go to this spreadsheet and you can sort by keyword, you can sort by location, and then have the link conveniently right there for your own use. We feel like this is a really effective and really useful framework moving into the future as the database becomes more complex. And we're excited to see the kinds of work that students contribute to it and what it becomes in the future.
So our project is just the first step in a much larger process of organizing and sharing sustainability applied research. For now, the database will remain internal, used as a resource for students interested in conducting research in sustainability. For example, we imagine that when a student proposes a sustainability research project, their stakeholder or research org will point them to this database so that they can reference past research that's been conducted. And then an ongoing process is collecting and adding more research to the database. Right now, the database is all organized research and doesn't really represent independent sustainability projects, so it would be important to figure out the best ways to collect research from this elusive group. And really, the long-term focus of this project is to build a home for the database. We hope that our spreadsheet will one day be converted into a public, user-friendly database hosted on the UCLA sustainability site. And to support this final goal, we would also have to think about an effective process to catalog future research and consider how to get the word out there to draw people to the database. As stated earlier, this is truly a long-term, far-reaching project involving many different parties and considerations, and our team is just the first step in this process. And finally, we would just like to say thank you to all the people who have helped us along the way. All of these people played a valuable role in our project, and we are so grateful for their guidance and advice.